Good morning everyone. This video is for the students of class 11th subject economics. In this video we shall start a new chapter, that is chapter number 7, frequency diagrams, histogram, polygon and ogives, from our statistics for economics book, and this is my lecture number 1 for chapter 7. Frequency diagrams relate to diagrammatic presentation of frequency distributions. Okay, there are three important forms of frequency diagrams: histograms, polygon and ogive. In this lecture, we shall discuss histograms. The first one is histogram. A histogram is a graphical presentation of frequency distribution of a continuous series. Okay. While constructing a histogram, values of variables are shown on x-axis and their frequencies are shown on y-axis. Okay, so whatever are the variables, values of variables are shown on x-axis and their frequencies, that how many number of times they are occurring, that is shown on y-axis. So frequencies corresponding to different class intervals are shown by rectangles. Okay, the width of the rectangles are according to the width of corresponding class intervals. What does this mean? Suppose the class interval is of 0 to 10. That means the class size is of 10. Whatever will be the class size, the width of the rectangle, or we can say bar, will be according to that class size. Okay, so if the class interval is 0 to 10, its width width of the bar would be 10. Height of the rectangles are in proportion to the frequencies of the class interval. Okay, now as width of the bars depend on the size of class interval, height of the bars would depend on the frequencies of class intervals. Okay, different rectangles meet each other from left to right. Okay, these bars or these rectangles are adjacent to each other and they meet each other. It may be noted that histograms are different from bar diagrams. Why? Because these are two-dimensional diagrams. Okay, both the length and breadth of the rectangles are considered for the purpose of comparison. Okay, so histograms are different from bar diagrams. Why? Because histograms are two-dimensional diagrams in which their length and the breadth of the bars both are used or considered for making a comparison. Whereas bar diagrams are only one dimensional, where only the length of the bars is considered for the purpose of comparison. Okay, width or breadth of the rectangle is not considered. In bar diagrams, only its length is considered for the purpose of comparison. So this is the basic difference between histograms and bar diagrams. Now, histograms of frequency distributions are of two types. The first one is histograms of equal class intervals, and the second one is histograms of unequal class intervals. So the first type is histograms of equal class intervals. Equal class intervals means the class size is equal. Okay, for example, if I say class intervals are like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, that means class size is same, that is of 10. So histograms of equal class intervals are those which are based on the data with equal class intervals. Okay, if in the data the class intervals are equal and we are making a histogram based on that data, that means that would be histogram of equal class intervals. A series with equal class intervals would make a histogram including rectangles of equal width. Okay, if we are making a histogram on the basis of the data with equal class intervals, that means the width of the bars or we can say the breadth of the rectangles would be equal. Okay. On the other hand, length of the rectangles or length of the bars would be different in proportion to the frequencies of class interval. Okay, length of the bars would be different according to different frequencies of the class intervals. So now we shall understand histograms with equal class interval through an illustration. The table below shows number of students of a college corresponding to different range of marks in statistics. Present the information in the form of a histogram. Okay, so these are the marks shown as class interval. You will notice that the class interval are equal, that is of 10. These are the number of students. So the histogram will be like this. Number of students corresponding to different range of marks in statistics. Okay. Number of students are taken on y-axis and marks are taken on x-axis. Now, as I told you that histograms with equal class interval will have equal width. Okay, the bars will have equal width. See, all the bars have the width of 10. Why? Because the class interval was equal. But the length will vary according to the corresponding frequency. So, the class interval from 0 to 10, the frequency was, the number of students was 5. So, the length is 5. Similarly, the class interval 10 to 20 has the frequency or the number of students of 10. So, the length of the bar or rectangle is 10. Similarly, the class interval from 20 to 30 has the number of students 15. So, the length of the bar is 15. Okay. So like this, a histogram is formed in which all the rectangles are adjacent to each other, and histograms with equal class interval has equal width but different length according to the frequency. Okay. Now the next one is histograms of unequal class intervals. A histogram of unequal class interval is the one which is based on the data with unequal class intervals. Okay, so in the first type we read about the histograms which have equal class intervals. Okay, means the gap was equal. But in the second time, the gap or the class intervals are unequal. When the data of class intervals are unequal, width of rectangle would be different. Okay, it is obvious that width of the rectangle would be different and it would be according to class intervals. The width of rectangles would increase or decrease depending on the increase or decrease in the size of class intervals. Okay, so whatever will be the size of class interval, the same width will be there of rectangle. So if class interval will change, size of class interval will change, that means the size or the width of rectangle or the bar will also change. So before presenting the data in the form of graphs, frequencies of unequal class intervals are adjusted. Okay, so before plotting the graph, what we do when there is unequal class intervals, we have to adjust the frequencies. Okay, and the formula which we will use is adjustment factor for any class is equal to class interval of concerned class divided by lowest class interval. So first of all, we will understand this through an illustration. See through this illustration, present the following data in the form of a histogram. Okay, weekly wages, that is class interval is like this, 10 to 15, that means class size is of 5. 15 to 20, again the class size is of 5. 20 to 25, class size is of 5. 25 to 30, again the class size is of 5. 30 to 40, now the class size is of 10. 40 to 60, class size is of 20. 60 to 80, again the class size is of 20. Now the adjustment factor is class interval of the concerned class divided by the lowest class interval. Okay, so the class interval are 5, 10 and 20. The lowest class interval is 5. So we will divide all these class size by 5. That is the lowest class interval. Okay, we will divide all of them with 5 and we will get the adjustment factor like this. 5 divided by 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4 and 4. Okay, now what we will do, we will adjust our frequencies by dividing the frequencies by this adjustment factor, like 7 divided by 1, 7. Okay, like this we will do. Now see. So the adjustment of frequencies of unequal class interval is done like this. Okay, as I told you, this was the table given. So we calculated the adjustment factor. Okay, this was the class size of each class interval. Okay, 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 20, 20. Okay, when we divide it by the lowest class interval, then we got 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 4. And then we adjusted our frequencies like this by dividing the frequencies by the adjustment factor. Okay, so we got 7 divided by 1, 7, 10 divided by 1, 10, 27 divided by 1, 27, 15 divided by 1, 15, 12 divided by 2, 6, 12 divided by 4, 3, 8 divided by 4, 2. Now these are the adjusted frequencies. Okay, and we will draw the graph on the basis of these frequencies. See, this is the graph. Number of workers are given on y-axis, weekly wages are given on x-axis. So when the class interval was of 10 to 5, width is 5 and the frequency that is adjusted one was 7. So the length of the bar or rectangle is 7. Similarly, when the class interval was 30 to 40, the class size that is 10. So the width of the rectangle is 10 and the adjusted frequency was 6. Okay, so the length of the bar is 6. So like this we will draw our histogram with unequal class intervals. Okay. So I hope you understood today's concept. So your homework is you have to do these two questions in your fair notebooks. First, present the data given in the table below in a histogram. And second, draw a histogram from the following data relating to monthly pocket allowance of the students of class 11th of a school. And this one, present the following data in the form of a histogram. See, in this what you will do, midpoint is given and size is given. First of all, you have to convert the data into continuous frequency table. Okay, means this is the midpoint 115. That would be the midpoint of 110 and 120. Okay, so the class interval would be 110 to 120. In second one, the class interval would be 120 to 130 and so on. Okay, this is a way of converting this table. And then after that you will draw a histogram.